He's
heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
He
worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Now, take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. The deep cut. That's going to leave a mark. Outnumbered. Personal. Burn 'em. Close encounter. It's becoming terminal. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. It's up or down. Your choice. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Doesn't know if the Sifu will have time for you, but he'll let you in to find out.
Sibi? Lappanen aginkanman. Geratna fal hutut mustugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. You were all part of the same tribe once, but without your Muma there as a guide, the disciples turned on each other and formed their own tribes. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember. Shines happy that the myriad can count on a friend as bright as you. Says you should take it easy. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Understands you have other places you need to go. Let's see. Let's see. Slash and dash. Hey, nice shot. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Sharp steel. Middle-lifed. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Wow. Hack and slash. Bang, bang. Your reserves are tapped. as long as you're happy about it. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. A long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, you should just keep going. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. He knows that's not true. You've just made up your mind you're not. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice comes easy for him. That doesn't make it less important. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You owe it to him. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left lying around on the ground. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She wants you to understand that whatever path you choose in life, you must stay true to yourself. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Didimada Bulshada.
Training with Muma will make you feel better. It always does.
Yamafore domedahunka. Kumu uno shalafid.
He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training.
Rosa eskuku Johanna.
He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future.
Rosa eskuku Johanna.
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Waxandonaneya.
He's curious to see what you've found.
Son.
He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left forgotten at the bottom of a pile of recyclables.
Badam wakumo nas vaya. Son.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
Son. Munteo mastula. Badam wakumo nas vaya.
Says at least.
Silogo partinea fales.
He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Sem, why and foodly a higher.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Ever since.
He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far.
Papa Zulu.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
E kanishala vai.
He thinks you should. She'll be proud of you.
Me.
He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Ansonbara.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Mustiki muhka, volakamunum rukna.
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Mustiki muhka, ferena masalapo.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Kanamunt tukonda.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Tukonda.
That's a good attitude as long as you keep learning. Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a good student. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her. Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. Figuring that out is half the fun. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Luka from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Sanna jote.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Ritsentele.
He wants to destroy her. The time to fight is coming, whether she's ready for it or not.
Gendrana mala. Pial tu man.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Pial tu man.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
Pial tu man. Dere?
She had a life before you were born, you know. Darker and less fun. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Half-life. You're low on health. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulks on the loose. Now that's a flesh wound. It's starting to add up. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulks on the loose. The ropes. Pow! Bullets everywhere. You're harmed. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulks on the loose. got more than a flesh wound. That's going to leave a mark. Gotta hurt. You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the Fluff Hulk out to the far Fnacky Leaves and let it go. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their rank. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on. Look, an emergency box. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Clonkety clonk. Every little bit helps. Whacked. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. You can take all the hits. This is all about you. Whether you succeed or fail, it's on you. A flush seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Ready to... make something? Finding things both here and there. Never. You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. You really put a spin on it. Daytime means the clock to nighttime is ticking. Let's see. Up for grabs. You have a chance to change the future for good or bad. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Knuckle duckle. Punch the ticket. Daytime is a good time to be outside. That's a resource totem. A monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand. It's the chug yard. Lockety locked. Need a key. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Uppercutted. Bomper bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Punch time. The scrap keeps piling up. Try not to get turned around in the dark. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous!
I've got all the cold sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. Thinks that's more than most are. It's hard to keep to a path like that. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone, so you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination. Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention. Oh, it's locked. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductor. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He shouldn't need to remind you that he needs scrap to finish the mech. You can spy the edge of a new day. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. That's a keeper. Just find your footing. Gross. This place stinks. You might get a killer headache from this. This box once tailed a chugger-chugger. Now it's just off track. Look at that, right in the chug yard. Follow the rails and you'll find all sorts of little treasures scattered all over. Of course not, but they get you closer to wherever you might want to go. Good work finding that track. They can teach you so much about the world. Keep looking for more. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. You're looking sturdy. That's a Jagni tribe outpost. Wood scrap's great for building things. Any sun is way better than none. You're hurt bad. Wrecking fest. Baconed up. The daytime makes it harder for things to sneak up on you. Mercadorpus Outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. Clarifies that rigging the odds in your favor in preparation of the takeover is one thing, but collateral damage is another. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. That twirly wheel works, that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Everything's clocking together. Every lock has a key. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. asks you to check out the wares, confident you'll find everything you need here. Says they're known for their high-quality goods. Done and done. Could be a pretty sky tonight. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Says there's no reason. Says you need to say hi to Lobo. She made the most amazing goblin. Has played. Off. Always a deal to be made. Says you'll get a special price and a wrap-up on the double. Says they've got the best deal. Let's see what you can make. Claims to have strange things from the dead. Says they've got the best deep. Let's build something. Such a dark night. Feels good on you? Let's see. Don't let it suck you in. This area is biocontaminated. It's really hazardous. It's Bionucleus 6D. Hopefully there's nothing active inside. Looks like the radionic controls need a nudge to frequency an airwave signal. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's the creepiest kind of place. That silo there is so tall. It's a mystery what they used to keep in it. You're in pain. watch you flex. Knuckle sandwich. Don't just wander around. That's a massive ping dish. They used to be able to find things. Running low. Rid of the aches and pains. You might want to fall back. Smash that trash! Made it count. To get the ping dish to work, you need to line up the pong paddles for a proper... Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's a match. Now you can ping all the dishes you like. Spin that paddle to turn the ping dish properly. Pingety ping ping, you found a transmessage. Keep filling your air holes. The light of day shows how bad the world has become. Injured. You could put that to good use. If you want to spend this whole operation underground for a while, then you're on the spot with Bang Shelter 6D. Down. Boom, boom. Down to half your health. You're empty of ki. Seems dirty down here in the dirt. Not your size, but it'll work. Snazzy hatter. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's. Look up, not down. Does fire even start here? At least being underground keeps you out of the weather. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the Jumbo Puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. It's a little feisty and tough critter, a perfect fit for a live ammunition, if you ask him. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to.
Potser in Mo Diava.
Let's see.
Lema Guga. Zerni Naftanen.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Bestilka.
Claims he goes after the most dangerous game, huge monsters.
Bestilka.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Vaksan u intabadan kamaklai.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Botse.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Badan udinama. Haremayak. Eskayamaku.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss.
Botse.
When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies.
Botse. Guhu. Khalifaf Cairo.
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot.
Ja.
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead.
Fyodor Kun.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones.
Fyodor.
He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them.
Over Bugbug Ad.
But enough of that, right?
Over Bugbug Ad. Lech Tariman.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Lech.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output.
Tariman. Ja. Waxandonia inan machemale.
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short.
Sarevaniat Zab. Waxan Machkale Segi.
Thinks that it all hangs on the tree of life. When it started to fail, everything changed.
Sarevaniat Zab.
Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter.
Cherry La Fia.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big.
Tomosagula Imabella. Me. Sarevaniat Zab.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes.
Me.
Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the squips seem to have acclimatized themselves to the otherwise uninhabitable dead zone. Don't blow air, you'll need it. Wait, it's the scrip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Getting out the tin can? Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Locked. All sorts of creepy things live down here. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Not going to race away this time. Watch those. It's been a long night, but it's over soon. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. There's something special about that blade. Enough of that. Everyone's going to hear you coming. Take it as easy as you can. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. That's the special weapon he made to store the scripts in the Mekton. It will be strong enough to launch them at the Jumbo Puff. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now. Otherwise, he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. He asks you to not even think about taking on the Jumbo Puff on foot. You'll need the Mekton to do the job. Take his word for it. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. It's already quite sturdy, but upgrading it will greatly improve your chances of victory. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says goodbye to you. There's not much left of what we used to call our world. Got that? That's a gnote. Easy prey for Loopa-Loopin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.